Electroconvulsive Therapy, Part 1.
With the 13th pick in the 1996 NBA Draft, the Charlotte Hornets select Kobe Bryant from Lower Merion High School in Pennsylvania.
A coming out party for the high school kid. Kobe Bryant, meeting with the approval of that Charlotte fan in attendance here. And Hubie, this is a guy whose stock has risen every time he's tried out. People like this kid.
Well, everyone writing when he first came out, well, he's going to have to bulk up. This guy is 200 pounds at 6'6". He is an offensive whiz. He's very, very talented. He has all pro moves. And when you look at him, you're talking about a young man with range. He can go off the dribble. He can get his shot. And in every place that he worked out, nothing but raves. No one talking about any shortness or a weakness in his game.
Jerry West told me today that greatness lies ahead for this young man. Thought he was going to be absolutely fantastic.
We walked to my high school prom together. That's juice. But the question begs, is Bryant's youthful exuberance and optimism a result of being intoxicated by the NBA glitz, glare, and fanfare? Is a potent potion. Is our high school superhero a star or starstruck? Sal Palantonio has more.
And I'll see commercials and they say, back to school sale. And I remember when I was in high school, I used to think to myself, oh man, I used to hate seeing those commercials because now it's time to go back to school. You know, now when I see them on television, I kind of laugh.
Kobe Bryant is not the first kid to skip college and go directly to the NBA. But his case is different. He's not coming to the pros as a hardship. He comes from a well-to-do family, and he scored 1,200 on his college boards, good enough to get in any school. Instead, he chose the Star Maker machinery.
This kid knows what he wants to do. He wants to be a great NBA player. He just doesn't want to be an NBA player.
And make the big jump to the Showtime mecca of professional basketball.
For Kobe Bryant, the trip to the West Coast will be easy compared to the challenge of bridging a huge culture gap. Bryant grew up here in the quiet suburbs of Philadelphia's Main Line, which is steeped in Pennsylvania's historic Quaker traditions. Out here, that upbringing will be tested by a wide range of options.
He's a mature young man already, and the fact that he's going to be living with his parents out here, I think, should allay any of the visions that people have of him all of a sudden dumped out. You know, he gets off a bus, he has this little bag with him, he looks around, and here's these girls that come off a Sunset Strip and say, hey, cutie, you know, that's not going to be the scene.
In high school, there's a lot of pressure to do well, stay out of trouble.
Here, the pressures and the temptations will be bigger.
It doesn't concern me. So I'm not even worried about that. I know that I'm going to stay focused on what I need to do. I've never done it. It's never crossed my mind about doing it. And why should it start now?
He had a celebrity prom date, a guest shot on the Rosie O'Donnell show. He's got a sneaker contract, a 3-year multi-million-dollar NBA deal, and a 300-pound rapping genie for a teammate in the entertainment capital of the world. There's a reason why this all sounds so scripted. It is.
He can be a role model. If he's ready to accept that he's going to be a role model and act that way. Have fun, but sign autographs, smile, you know, do the whole thing, and he can become that movie star afterwards, 10 years down the road, because of how he acted.
Kobe's prefab stardom has many fathers. Kobe's dad, Joe Jellybean Bryant, was an NBA player. One of his coaches, Del Harris. This spring, Joe spent months on the road mining business opportunities for his son, landing him the Adidas contract. Mike Harris, a publicity manager for the Philly singing group Boys to Men, set up Kobe's prom date with pop superstar Brandy. Kobe's agent, Arn Tellem, made it clear that his client may have been drafted by the Charlotte Hornets, but he would only play in L.A.
Let's say he was in the military. We start out in the military. We start to sculpt them age 17 when they go in the military. Soon there, there'll be a major in a couple of years. 20 years down the road, there'll be a major because they were taught right. They were you want to use the word script. They were scripted to go in a certain direction. You want them to go in a positive direction.
It even seems like Bryant is trying to mimic his idol, the original multimedia star Michael Jordan, even to the point of sounding like him.
I just want to play basketball, and I want to improve on playing basketball, and nothing else.
I play the game because I love the game. If I don't have a purpose, I walk away from the game.
Scripting Bryant's image may be easier than predicting whether he'll make it in the pros. Bryant is different from all the other high schoolers who have gone right to the NBA in another critical way. He's not 6'11". He's a 6'6", 200-pound guard who can't rely on his size to create mismatches. The Lakers, though, seem unconcerned.
He can go get a shot for himself anytime he wants. In the NBA...
even in the NBA, he'll be able to create shots?
Yes, he will. Yes, he will. Yes, he will.
Which he did to the tune of 26 points per game in the Los Angeles Summer League. In 1971, 6 college underclassmen and high school players went into the NBA. In 1996, 42 went straight to the pros. This was the first year since 1975 that 2...
Well, he might be only 18 years and 5 months old, but this guy can do everything that the veterans can do and do it better, perhaps. Kobe Bryant, last night you get your first start as a pro. How'd it feel?
It felt good. It felt good, going out, for the starting lineup. I tried to keep a straight face and keep a serious look, but, I couldn't help but cracking a little smile.
Do you get a little feel of palpitation?
Sure, because, you're so excited to get out there at the beginning of the game. I haven't done that since high school.
Right.
So I naturally get excited.
Speaking of high school, how big was the gym you played in at Marion? How many people?
About 500 people.
500?
About 500 people.
This seats 26,000.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to it.
The last time we were here, you played, I think, about 6 minutes. I was looking at the box score. Didn't get in. It was garbage time when you got in. Now tonight, being in the real time. What's the difference?
Well, the difference is you have to make a contribution early on. You have to go in there and produce right away and get the ball into the big fella, get Eddie some looks, and whereas when I got in there within the garbage time or the bench, I really didn't have to produce. I didn't have all the pressure on me.
You had to produce Sunday, though, at Seattle. That was a tough game, pressure-packed. You were in the final minutes, and that bank shot you made from about 18 feet was a beautiful shot.
Thank you very much.
That might have won the game. Really?
Thank you. When I got put in that situation, I was thankful for getting put in that situation. That once I was in there, I had to go in there and respond.
Do you like pressure?
Love it.
That's why you averaged 31 in high school, and 12 rebounds and so forth. Made 50 points a couple of times in a game.
I guess so.
You ran the show.
Yeah, well, in high school I had to.
Did you have a big center?
I was a center.
You were the center?
I was a Shaquille O'Neal, Lower Marion High School.
The Shaquille O'Neal.
Blocking shots, pushing the break, passing the ball, and so forth.
You remind me a lot of Magic in many ways. When he gets a chance to flourish, put on a little show for the fans. You do it at the end of a play. Why not?
Sure, why not? It's there. Might as well give the fans something they can enjoy.
Right, absolutely right. Has Magic ever counseled you, ever told you anything about the game?
Not really. We really had the opportunity to talk so far this season, but I'm definitely looking forward to having some conversation with him.
I know you've had a lot of conversations with Jerry West. I don't know if you know how good he was as a player, but he was as good as that ever played the position. Has he ever talked to you?
Sure. We've talked many times, whether it was coming off a screen for a jump shot or, handling the ball in certain situations. Well, we've talked many times.
What about Shaq?
Shaq talk every day. Every day, whether it's in practice and he's blocking one of my shots or I'm getting a layup on him or something like that. We're talking, we're giving advice to one another, we're pumping each other up at the same time.
He really, really is a nice man.
Yeah, he is. He's like my older brother.
You have an older brother?
Shaquille O'Neal.
We'll be back, ladies and gentlemen, on the Lakers Basketball Network.
Welcome to the Kobe Show.
There goes Kobe. Watch this play.
The explosion of Kobe Bryant.
How did the kid do that?
Bryant.
Kobe's giving the people what they came to see, that's for sure. Kobe, one of the things that really comes through when you play is how much you enjoy playing.
Trailer!
When you come up with some fantastic move, does that energize you?
You can feel it in the crowd. You can feel the anticipation. And what I get to feel is they don't know when it's going to happen. So it'll just happen just like that. Oh, that was it. That was it.
Harper coming out of the backcourt, comes in deep, says chip, I'll show you a shot, no good. Rebound! Slam dunk, Kobe Bryant.
I remember what Babe Ruth said. He swings big and he misses big. Same thing with me. I have no fear whatsoever.
Kobe Bryant! Up high and down hard!
He's as high as a man can go without an airplane.
Kobe learned about basketball and showmanship at a young age. His father, Joe Jellybean Bryant, played for the Philadelphia 76ers in the 70s when they were led by Dr. J. They became one of the game's most entertaining acts.
He put a little extra one on that one.
Kobe was eager to follow in Dad's footsteps.
Ever since he was small, he's always had a basketball in his hand. He's always had that dream of being a professional athlete.
After 8 NBA seasons, Joe moved his family to Italy, where he continued to play professionally. But that didn't keep Kobe from following his own dream.
My grandparents would send us all kinds of NBA tapes. I used to get all of them, man. And I was the type of kid, if I saw something on TV, I'd go out in the backyard and try to do it, for the simple fact that I wanted to have every move possible.
While he couldn't always find other kids to play with, Kobe always found the basketball court. And as he honed his game, he dominated all competition. At age 13, his family moved back to Philadelphia. But when Kobe went to the city's legendary playgrounds, he found he still had a lot to learn.
When I got back to Philadelphia, I was getting worn out because players were so much better than I was. So it was a matter of adjusting and learning the game.
When you were getting worn out and you'd go home, where'd you get the resolve to go back the next day and say, wait a minute, I'm gonna get better?
All I wanted to do was improve, and my focus was on basketball, and that's all that mattered to me.
So you showed up every day to take the whooping until you could start giving whooping?
Oh, I did something out too, man. You weren't gonna just blow me out without getting an elbow or something. You were gonna catch something until I was able to overcome that hill.
He kept working to improve his skills to the point where he was considered the best high school player in the country. At age 18, Bryant made a bold decision to jump straight to the NBA.
When he made this decision, we couldn't have been more happy for him, but we knew that he's going to play with the big boys, and it's a little different. And we told him that. I said, these guys, all these guys as big as your dad.
Kobe would not only prove he belonged, he also showcased his special flair.
Wow, did you see the move by the kid? That's Kobe.
I've always been around basketball, and I always wanted to be a professional basketball player, and there was no doubt in my mind that I was going to do that.
My goodness! Unbelievable!
Here we got a dribble drive, change of direction.
Oh! And Kobe Bryant! He fouled! What a play by the kid!
Did you see where he jumped from? Is there some rule that you have to be in the building before you take off?
With his style came substance as well. Kobe remained a student of the game, and there was no better education than playing against the NBA's best.
I would take bits and pieces from everybody. Mike, Karl Malone, Elijah Wan, Barkley. And I would take bits and pieces of everybody's moves, everybody's strengths, and incorporate them into my game.
That's some move. A glimpse of Kobe Bryant.
This season, Bryant is learning from one of the game's premier coaches, Phil Jackson. Together, they've helped the Lakers achieve the league's best record, but while he has raised his game to a new level, Kobe is far from satisfied.
Well, the young man says, I've done this before and I'll do it again.
If you had to judge yourself right now on 1 to 10, what would you put yourself? In your mind.
In my mind? I'm always very skeptical of what I do, so I'll probably give myself about a 7.
A 7.
Because you always leave about 3 more extra steps that you can accomplish.
But you're hard to deal with at 7. What about when you get to 9?
Uh-oh.
This ain't my first rodeo, check my portfolio, without the Holy Ghost I would be getting my commas up, quote unquote, quote unquote, quote unquote. I am not so and so. Might be the rapper that no one knows, but I got the click like a metronome, lit that's immeasurable. New intellectual, yeah. I was the Oreo coming up. Told him at least I'ma get my degree, then I'll be back on the scene and my cream will be double stuff. Either that or nuclear. Started boxing to toughen up, then I met Jesus and seen that the strong on somebody will sacrifice off of the other one. I ain't got no records when we bragging on it. Under the blood ain't no stacking on it. Shout out to Reach Records, they put the master on it. Every record got the master on it, but it's free freedom. Ain't no man can hold me, man, it's Jesus, till I'm mad annoying. We indeed a living, la la vida. He is redeemers, innocent, and I am loyal, cause
boy, I used to be a monster. I was tweaking, had my mama going bonkers. Yeah, you probably wouldn't believe it if it hadn't been for Jesus. I'd be still running around like I'm a gangster.
I used to be a monster. Now it's 50,000 people at my concert. Got their hands up screaming, I'ma tell them all about Jesus, how he turned me to my queen ball. Bankroll, fake dough, 100 ones wrapped up in a Franco. Running chips in that queso, make diamonds dance when I say so. Draco, slang dope, for the feds X them like ankles. I carry different, my aim though. My gang dope, you already know.
I used to be a monster. I was tweaking, had my mama going bonkers. Yeah, you probably wouldn't believe it if it hadn't been for Jesus. I'd be still running around like I'm a gangster. Boy, I used to be a monster. Now it's 50,000 people at my concert. Got their hands up screaming, I'ma tell them all about Jesus. How you turn into a real from an imposter. I used to be a monster. I used to hide the pain, I tried to keep it inside locked up. But now I'm out my shell, I'm on the table at Red Lobster. I can't believe I almost missed it, but I found a golden ticket like a Willie Walker. I can't believe I'm on the team, they put me on the roster. If we both serving God, I guess me casa and su casa. I take these boys to school, I got them singing alma maters. They like, what you singing in vibrato? Boy, I used to be a monster.